Growing up, I was always told don't cry. Because when you cry, it means that you do not accept what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for you. But when I studied Islam, it's actually quite the contrary. When we study the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam cried in many instances in his life. And one of the example is when Ibrahim, the son of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was in his last breath. The Prophet ﷺ cried, and he was asked, why do you cry? Innaha rahmah. He told his sahaba, his companion, that these tears, crying, is actually a sign of rahmah. It actually strengthens the connection between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It reminds us to be reliant towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's another type of crying which actually makes us further away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's like the crying of shaitan. Shaitan actually cries every time a son of Adam makes sajdah. And why is it so? Because he felt that we are obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command to make sajdah, and so we will enter Jannah, but he will enter hellfire because he did not obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He cried not because he's guilty or he's remorseful, but he's crying because he is so absorbed and he is drowning in self-pity. So one type of crying brings us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the other type of crying actually brings us further away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's okay to cry, but do we put Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the equation when we navigate our emotion when we are crying?